What's up, guys? Jason here, The Minto Show. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a subscriber. All right, guys, so it's day 3 of the diet. It's going good. It's going real good. My consultant's walking away from me. It's going real good. Real good, guys, real good. Yeah, I'm starving all the time. No, it's fine. I'm doing good. Actually, I'm doing really well, so I'm really happy about it. But all right, guys, so it's Thursday. It's Wednesday. Sorry, Wednesday, May 22nd. We pulled in the Tundra to do the oil change and tire rotation. I do it every 5,000 miles. And today I hit 140,000 miles on my Tundra. And guys, this month, I think it was this week or last week, 10 years ago, that we bought this vehicle. Bought it brand new. I think it had, I don't know, 13 miles on it, but we've had it for 10 years, and I thought it'd be kind of cool, do a 10-year review, 140,000 miles on it, and we can kind of talk about my thoughts on it, issues. You know, we'll talk about it. It's going to be quick because it's been a phenomenal truck. So let's go ahead and let's change the oil, and we'll kind of talk about it and let you know my thoughts. So here we go. All right, I'm gonna try it this time before I jack it up. I'm gonna just let the oil start draining, because it takes a while. I let it drain pretty thoroughly. All right, we got it draining. Spraying everywhere, I swear. Never get it right. Try to be so careful. All right, guys. Now I'm just gonna jack up the back here. All right, let's go ahead and drop her on the jack stands. There we go. All right, guys, last side to jack up. All right, guys, we've moved on to the skid plate of the truck. We're gonna get all the bolts out so we can access the oil filter. And I made quite a big of a mess over here. I'm not sure if you guys can see of that oil. I was looking at, I noticed like in professional like auto shops, they have this like plastic screening that goes on the like the engine, the oil collection like little tub, and I think I need that. I think that'd be a good idea, so I can so I could you know, the engine oil wouldn't splash out anymore. Because it seems like every time there's like grooves in here in this this oil collection little thing I got, and if you don't hit it right and that oil starts coming out, it hits it and just splashes everywhere. So I think I found them on Amazon. I'm gonna just order those because I make a mess every time. All right, guys, we're at the part now we're doing the oil filter, and this is one thing that frustrates me about these Toyota oil changes. Maybe you guys that are professionals can help me. Maybe there's a trick, but the oil filter's up in this housing, but to drain the oil, you got to use this little piece of plastic, and it shoves up in here. And that's what drains the rest of the oil out. But I swear, this thing is a nightmare to get in and out. So if anybody knows a trick, I struggle with it every time. Have to use pliers to get it out. So I don't know. Let's see if today goes a little better. That's a little bit better. It actually went pretty good. All right, guys, so it got done draining. So I'm trying, I think this is the part I struggle with, is that how do you get it back off? I try to pull it straight down, but it gets, it gets really slippery because there's oil on there. I had to grab a pair of pliers because well, that worked. Kind of violently. All right, guys, new filter's going in. All right, guys, we're moving right along here. We're gonna put our amsoil oil in. But yeah, it's going really well. Sorry guys, I'm a mess here, but it's hot today, and I ran after work, did a 5K after work. But right here I'm pretty sure this is the window sticker. Yes. It's kind of stuck together. But we bought this car, yeah, May 2014. And the sticker price, I'm not sure if you guys can read this, but it says $38,475. I'm really curious what an SR5 brand new Tundra costs. I bet they're like 60. Wow. So guys, let's kind of talk about it. You know, over the years, the Tundra always got a bad rap, I think, for the fuel mileage. That's one thing I wish it had a bigger tank. And I swear the 2015 or 2016, they started putting in like a 38-gallon tank. I only have like an 18, and it really does. It sucks. Like when we're towing, you just run through the fuel so fast. But I don't think what people realize why it got such bad gas mileage is that my truck has a 430 rear end in it. I mean, you don't see that. I mean, you start to see that, I think it's standard equipment in like an F450 dually. I think it's either a 410 or a 430. So that's why I think it got terrible gas mileage, because I think, you know, guys try to buy like a 370 377 or a 355, you know, to get that happy balance between fuel economy and towability. But yeah, I always heard that transmission, like the actual differential in that truck, is actually from their commercial series for the trucks they make. I always heard that rumor. You know, going back to why I started buying Toyotas, you know, I saw my parents struggle with American motors my whole life. And I'll never forget, like on the day I got married, their Chrysler, one of their Chryslers broke down the day of the wedding. We had to go get a rental. And I just saw them struggle year after year. And it's just like, you just don't get these with, you don't get the struggle with Toyota. And you guys can say, you know, a lot of people, I've had people say in campgrounds, oh, look at that Toyota, you know, Jap crap. But honestly, when you do the research, this truck is more American than the big three. So the whole thing was made in Texas, and all the parts, I'm not even sure what actually even came out of Japan. But yeah, we could probably look on here. The port plant, yeah, San Antonio. Trying to see if it says anything about the parts, how they were, you know, sourced and everything. But yeah, it really doesn't say on here. But yeah, look at the gas mileage was 15 combined, 17 highway. I get about, yeah, 17 to 18 miles to the gallon driving to work every day. I take this thing 60 miles a day, 30 miles to work, 30 miles back. And it's all highway. I just go right up Route 1. But, okay, so one reason I wanted to do this is I can't stand on YouTube when I see guys get trucks, get cars, they do a 1-year review. Well, that doesn't give me anything. I want to know, what was it like for a decade? What was it like the whole way through your payments? You know, give me some kind of substance that shows, you know, how really good is it? So let's talk about all the issues I've had with it. And there's only been one issue it had to go back to the dealer for, and that was the radio. The radio, the Bluetooth system would just quit and the whole system would restart. Now, I had the extended warranty, so Toyota, they refreshed it with new software, but it does still happen occasionally. And even with our 4Runner, our 2020 4Runner, we still have those problems. And, you know, the first time that I talked to a service guy, and the first thing that came to mind was, it was the phones. He said it has something to do with the emojis. So I don't know. I don't think I have an answer. I've never really looked. The truck's so old now, I'm probably just gonna leave it the way it is. But yeah, maybe there's a fix for that. I don't know. But that has been the only problem we've had with this truck for 140,000 miles and 10 years of ownership. The battery, one day it left us stranded because the battery went dead in 2020. The battery just went, and we had to have AAA. They came and put a brand new one in, good to go. The original tires lasted 80,000 miles. The front brake pads, the rotors, lasted 80,000. And they actually turned them, resurfaced them. So I got an extra 40,000 miles, and at 120,000 miles, I ended up changing the rotors and the brake pads. Now, I have not done anything to the back brakes at all. So we're probably gonna need to look at that. They probably need to replace. It's still stopping. I don't hear any noises. So, but yeah, that's been about it. Just regular maintenance. Just keeping up with my maintenance. I keep a list, you know, everything that needs to be done, which I'll show you guys on my phone. For actually all my cars, I keep a list here, just in notes. just a simple notes, and I have a list here of everything that needs to be done and at what mileage. So pretty much a trans flush, you do that every 45,000 miles. Coolant's 50, fuel injection's 50, throttle bottle's 50, spark plugs are every 100,000, serpentine belt 100,000, front and rear differential fluid every 45,000, all my air filters, brake fluid, power steering, alignment. I keep all this on here, so I kind of know at what mileage things need to be done. And I tell you what, this truck has been, it's been amazing. It's never let me down. It's towed everything I wanted it to tow. Now, do I wish I had an F350 long bed extended cab diesel Ford? Sure. But, you know, I always wanted a bigger camper, but I just don't know if that's really in our cards anymore. We're just so busy with all our businesses, it's hard to get time away. So I would probably, you know, when this truck's done, I'll probably get another Toyota. I'm really not sure how I feel about this new V6 twin turbo. The V8's been phenomenal, but it is actually amazing to see the torque specs and the horsepower you get with a twin turbo V6. I'm just kind of blown away. This truck here has 401 foot-pounds of torque, and I swear they're way over that with the V6s now. I think they're close to almost 500. So yeah, guys, I mean, I know some guys have, I saw also in some reviews, they also kind of complained about the interior. Yeah, the interior is kind of weird. Like when it gets wet marks or anything on the fabric, they kind of stain. It's kind of weird, but you know, it's been 10 years. It's been well worn in. So, but yeah, I really have nothing to complain about. I'm just gonna keep running her, and we'll see how high we can go. And if you know, we can really get into problems, and we have to kind of look at, you know, what it costs to, you know, fix all these problems or just buy a new truck. We'll deal with that later. But I'm a big fan of Toyotas. I love them. They're just phenomenal trucks. So I know it was a quick review, but if you guys have any questions, or, you know, want to talk anything about your Tundras if you own them, or maybe your experience with American Motors and maybe how long, you know, and 10 years of owning American Motor trucks, what kind of problems you have with them. I'm really kind of curious. Yeah, guys, so that's it. I just kind of wanted to talk about 10 years of ownership with my Tundra, and she's been phenomenal. So we'll see how the next, you know, 50,000, 175, 100,000 mile go. But yeah, $38,000 10 years ago. And I had a trade on that. So yeah, payments weren't bad at all. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a subscriber. We'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.